Hello everybody on YouTube and all the basketball fans around the world. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my picks for the 2021 NCAA March Madness Tournament. Check it out. Finally, after a year waiting for another March Madness, because last year we didn't have an NCAA March Madness due to the COVID pandemic, which started almost a year ago and another 5 days away, which I believe it was like around St. Patrick's Day or the 18th or something like that. That's what officially started, or something like that. So, yeah, but nevertheless, though, we're having an NCAA March Madness this year. Finally, like after a year waiting of it. So, I'm just happy to get it back finally. But some sad news to report that Duke won't be going this year because one of the players had tested positive for the coronavirus, so they're out, and Kentucky's out too, which for the first time since the 70s, since both Duke and Kentucky had never been into March Madness in the same season, so that's pretty ironic to say about that. So anyways, I think that's going to be a good scenario on that one. So anyways, so I have a bracket coming in Yahoo Pick'em, so it'll be right in the description down below right here, so you can check that out down there. And until then, let's get on with the our March Madness pick, shall we? All right, though. How am I going to do this? I'm just going to go with who is going to make it to the Final Four, and that's what I'm going to go with on that. So, anyways, I'm going to start to kick things off on the South region. So, I think the South region is going to be a really good one. I think it's going to be a really tough one to go at it for the Final Four. There's a lot of good ones in there. How am I going to do? I'm going to pick who's going to make it to the Final Four, and who has a shot at having a Cinderella run on that. So there's a lot of Cinderella stories around there in the South region and everything like that. So I think it's going to be really interesting to find out what happens to that one. So anyways, I think with the way I look at it in there, we have North Carolina, who has always been good, Villanova, Purdue, Ohio State, Arkansas, Baylor in there. And I'm trying to think where else in there. Florida, Virginia Tech is in there in the South region. So in Wisconsin. So there's some good ones in there. So anyways, I think if I had a shot in this one, I'm going to have to say Villanova, because they've been the dominant team for the past 3 years, and except for the pandemic season. They didn't have one at all. So I think I'm going to go with Villanova to make it to the Final Four. So I'm picking them to make it out of the South region to the Final Four on there. And I think the underdog story on this one, I think it's going to be Utah State, because they're ranked number 11th. On that one. So I think Utah State has a big Cinderella run in them. So I think they're going to do something about that. I think they're going to be the team that have a big Cinderella story on that one this year. I think that's going to be their Cinderella run on the South side on that one. So anyways, I got Villanova in the South region making it to the Final Four. So anyways, let's go on to the West region. I'm going to go, they have great teams in the West region like Gonzaga, Missouri, Oklahoma. Kansas. Kansas has always been good. Iowa in there, Oregon. So we got some good ones in this one. And I think in the surprise of it all, USC, the basketball team, normally for the football region, is in there this year, which has been a dominant team this year. So it's happy to see them make it to there. So anyways, I think the one team I can think of who can go to the Final Four, I'm going to say Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga's been a dominant team this year. I think they're the number one basketball team in the country right now, if I'm not mistaken on that. So I think they're definitely going to have a shot going into the final. So I'm going to pick them. So I'm going to pick Gonzaga and make it to the Final Four. And I think for Cinderella story in this one, I think this is going to be really good. It's a toss-up between USC basketball team. So known as the football scenario, known as the football factory down in USC, but having a basketball team right there, I think it's going to be a tough region there. We have schools that are good on both levels, like Ohio State and Michigan, and teams like that, and Texas, and Oklahoma too. I would probably say that too. But USC basketball is not really known for being in the March Madness for so many years. They have been in there, but not a really good run. So I think USC can make a good Cinderella run in that one. And it's a toss-up between Ohio. So number 13 Ohio, I think they have a big shot at that as well. There's a big toss-up on there here and there. So if I had to pick it's a toss-up between two Cinderella stories in that one, Ohio and USC on that one. So I'm going to take on the west side, Gonzaga in there, but if a Cinderella run, Ohio and USC on this one. Anyways, for the top level for going to the Midwest region. This is going to be a good one. And there we got Illinois, we got Tennessee, we got Illinois, Illinois, Tennessee, Syracuse, West Virginia, Houston, Rutgers. And so I got really some good ones in there and going in this one. But I have had to pick a team who's gonna make it to the Midwest region. I'm picking a big upset in this one. I got Syracuse going in there. They're known for struggling in the season, and they have a big run in the tournament. So I think they're going to have a big run in there again. I wouldn't be surprised. They did that one year when they were ranked number 10 and made it to the Final Four. I'm saying they're going to do that again. I'm going to say Syracuse going into the Final Four this one. But like I say, if another Cinderella one, I had to pick Syracuse in that one. But if I had to pick another team that can do something like that, probably Liberty. I would probably put them on there. They're ranked 13 as well. So, anyways, I think Syracuse are going to beat their own record. They go to number 11. They were ranked 10, I think, a couple years ago, something like that, and they went all the way to the Final Four. So I believe they can do that again. So I think I'm going to pick Syracuse in there, and I pick another Cinderella team. I'm probably going to be Liberty on that one. So, anyway, Syracuse going to make it to the Midwest region. And last, certainly not least, it is the East region, which is probably the toughest region in there, I believe. We have Michigan, we got Florida State, Connecticut, BYU, Texas in there. You know, Alabama, which is not really known for basketball as well, like USC. They're known for the football region, but Alabama having a great year. So, for basketball, I think it's see making a good run, but I don't know. But they're going to face some really tough teams in there, so it's going to be really tough. We got Maryland as well. I forgot Maryland. So, anyways, I think if there's one team who can go to the finals this year, I'm probably going to say Connecticut, because Connecticut, you can't count Connecticut out no matter what ranking they're in. So you can't count them out. I think I'm going to put Connecticut in there. So I'm going to take Connecticut in the tournament. I think they're going to go back for the first time in 2012, I believe. 2012, something like that. So I'm going to take Connecticut into the Final Four. Cinderella team, I'm going to go with Georgetown. I think Georgetown will have a great run. They had some great runs in the past, but, they struggled all year. But I think this is going to be a great run for Georgetown. I think they're going to do something, make a little noise in there. So I'm going to take Georgetown to be the Cinderella team on that region in there. So here you go. My Final Four predictions. Gonzaga coming out of Gonzaga coming to the West. East coming out of Connecticut. Midwest coming to Syracuse, and Villanova down in the South. So those are my Final Four. So if I had to pick Gonzaga and Connecticut, I'm probably going to have to say Gonzaga on that one. I'm going to say Gonzaga will have a great run in there, so I'm going to pick Gonzaga going to the finals on that one. And for Villanova and Syracuse, I'm going to probably say Villanova, because they've been a dominant team for a while, so I think I'm going to pick Villanova in there. In fact, I'm going to say my Villanova, so I'm a big fan of them, so I've followed them for a long time, so I'm going to say Villanova basketball over the Final Four. But as a fan of Villanova, I hate to do this. If I had to pick the Final Four between Gonzaga and Villanova, early prediction, if this happens, I'm going to say Gonzaga over Villanova. I think Gonzaga's going to win it all this year. I think they're going to have a really tough opponent. But I'd love to see Villanova win it, but I don't know. I think Gonzaga's too tough, so I'm going to do that. But anyways, I'll be back for the Final Four prediction when we got the Final Four set. So I will be back around then. So anyways, like I said, Gonzaga and Connecticut, Gonzaga. Villanova, Syracuse, Villanova. But Gonzaga and Villanova, I'm going to have to pick Gonzaga. Those are my early NCAA football March Madness predictions. Join me in the NCAA March Madness bracket down below in the description down below right here. Until then, this is Andrew Warren saying, rock out and stay safe and healthy. And wear a mask and social distance.